All right, we are. All right, we are recording. So we have a good background. Yay! Ready to taste? Oh, I gotta get through the cayenne on the top.
Oh, shit.
You're gonna be shocked. Why is that delicious?
I think it's supposed to be. It looks so sweet.
This might be my favorite.
This one's actually just it's really sweet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
Syrup.
Yep. You're like, yeah, I'm for the best. Oh. And
Oh, and a vinaigrette.
yes. Oh, there. And they should have on it. I got another one in there that's I think.
I'm gonna do this so it's in.
Make it look like I'm working. Oh, it's working.
All right, so that's in frame, but to the side, and in frame to the side. Maybe put it,
Okay, here we go.
and then I have my question set.
Put some lemon.
And then center with that. Will it go? It doesn't have like a split, huh?
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm breezy. Y'all help me out.
Oh, you are good. You are good. All right, so we're gonna have these in frame.
Okay.
I don't need this one, although this.
Okay, give me a glass of what? I'll take a glass of I have a glass of petite. Just a little bit.
No, that was my favorite. That's the one I'm gonna.
Yeah, we got a double gold and 3 golds like within 4 or 5 months.
That is amazing.
We got a double
Yeah,
gold,
we're
which
gonna
is
be
the
asking
highest
about
that
all
you
of
can
these
get, that's
medals.
100 point. And then you get like from the Houston Rodeo, I got a gold. From the San Francisco, we got a gold from that one. The San
Francisco?
Monaco, yeah, that's a
Yes.
yeah. So we have yes, ma'am. Thank you, Hannah.
All right, we'll start off with a cheers to Kai Simone.
Let me put my tea down. I actually drink more tea than I do wine, but since we're doing wine.
Kai Simone Winery. Yeah. Perfect. All right. And welcome back to Sister Soul Sessions, where we connect visionaries building legacy and impact. Today, we're live from Kai Simone Winery with the amazing founder behind this beautiful experience, Miss Sheila. If you could introduce yourself to us a little bit, tell us about this amazing winery you built, and we'll ask you a few questions.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Sheila Adams, and I'm the owner of Kai Simone Winery. And we've been here now since 2019. October is when we opened our doors. So this October will be 7 years. So yeah, blessings. So we're really happy about that. So just tell you a little bit about the winery. I got your backstory. I was in the military for 28 years, 24 active duty, and I retired. And I wanted to do something a little unconventional. So I decided, and I knew I wanted to open my own business. I didn't know what it was going to be, but when I looked into the opportunity of a winery, I liked that it's so flexible. You create your own business. So I like the idea that I didn't want it to be a ball and chain around it. I wanted it to be something that I could reasonably like enjoy, want to do, and then kind of settle in my older years. So it was a binary. So for the first 5 years, we were only open Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 5. And then we built a pizza oven kitchen, and so we decided to bring dinner hours. So now we're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from 11:30 to 5. So we make a lot. We make our own wine, and we want our award-winning winery, of course. And I enjoy it. We do a lot of events like classes, stained glass making classes. We do soy candle making in a wine glass.
I need that.
We do succulent classes in a wine bottle. And all this is posted if you go to our website under upcoming events, or if you go to Eventbrite, Kai Simone Winery, you'll see all of our events for the whole year. I might add a couple more events. We got a lot of classes on there. We have like live music. Like we have live music today. It might rain, but we're still gonna roll with it. And then we usually have some. We have our Music Under the Stars series. We usually do jazz nights, and so we have July 4th. We'll have Billy Ray and the main event bands, and then they're coming with a full sound system. So it's like a concert series, so to speak, but it's Under the Stars here in the Hill Country. And then September the 19th, we have Nathan Mitchell, and he's a 2-time Grammy nominee and a 3-time NAACP Image Award nominee, and he's a Billboard charting artist, and he's from San Antonio.
Really?
So,
Okay,
Nathan Mitchell, so he'll be here September the 19th, which is really nice. And so you go on there and get tickets, and it's gonna be great. We have lots of stuff that you could come to. And then let me not forget our wine club.
Oh yes.
So we can talk a little bit more about the wine club when you guys
Yes,
have
we will
questions.
definitely go into that. And thank you so much, Sheila. And first, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
20 plus years is an amazing feat to be a part of our military.
Yes.
So moving over into a winery, what inspired you to start Kai Simone? How did you get here? Stay in San Antonio for that, because we know there are a lot of other places that are considered wine country. So can you tell us about that movement and how you even created this?
Okay. Well, Fort Fredericksburg is like the second largest tour for touring in terms of wineries in the country.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was looking at opportunities, and I was considering several things, but probably about the last 2 years in the military, I was leaning more toward the winery. I didn't actually want to be in Fredericksburg because I live in San Antonio, and I didn't want to have to hustle back to San Antonio. So it was more of a land grab thing. I wanted to find some land that I could have my business on and my business on. And so I was looking at Springboard Branch, I was looking at Boverde, I was looking at Fisher, I was looking at Bergheim. That's all the little areas around here. And so I got fortunate and was able to find this particular property. And this is like the gateway to the Hill Country. So I'm in the Hill Country, and I am a part of Fredericksburg, but I'm not in Fredericksburg. Yeah, we're the gateway. But if you pull up wineries, I'm on there. But I'm not in Fredericksburg, which is really nice because people can easily get here. Because it took you guys, 30 minutes? 40 minutes? Yeah, and you guys were far. Yeah, so Fredericksburg from here is like another hour and 10 minutes. So it's an easy drive. So you just want to come out for an afternoon and enjoy like some wine, some award-winning wine, some pizza, charcuteries or light bites, come through. You asked about like how did I get into it, like in terms of I always wanted my own business, but I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. So of course, I had to work first. So you do what you have to do until you do what you can do. So that's really my story. So I was a aggressive investor, and I was very conservative in the military when I saved it. So my husband, who was a huge supporter, believes in me, is like, do what you want, So I always liked my daughter's middle names, so I loved it together. So that's where Kai Simone came from. So people come in here and who's Kai? Yes. We did. Let's get around for Kai. But it's after my daughters. My oldest is Jasmine Kai, and my youngest is Leah Simone. So the bills come in my name, so we do take donations. But yeah, so that's the reason I got into it, because I wanted to do something different. I wanted to establish a legacy for my girls. So it's their winery. Honestly, people ask me, it is theirs. Yeah. So if they want to sell it, they can sell it. But their promise to me is that they will start their own business if they do that. So I wouldn't sell it without them, unless, and if they're not ready for me to sell it, then they got to come back and take it over.
Absolutely.
That's the way. That's a fair right. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Legacy building at its finest, involving your daughters, giving them, you know, access and creating it with their names on it. That is a big feat. What was the first, like, this is really happening moment when you got the land, you looked at it? Yeah. When did you know this is happening?
When I had to draw a lot of money.
Exciting too,
Well, you know, one thing I have to tell people, if you you don't have to build a winery from scratch. I mean, there's obviously properties out there that you could work with, that you could renovate. But I had an opportunity and I really did want to do it my way.
Yeah.
And so I just decided I wanted to build it myself. And this was really happening about 40 to 50 wineries.
Wow.
Talking to people, getting their idea of what was the best thing you did in terms of starting your winery? What
Yeah.
you wish you would have done different?
Okay.
If you had to do it all over again, you definitely wouldn't do what? You know,
Right.
so I had these kind of questions where I would go and ask people at big wineries here in Texas. I'm originally from Michigan. I was in Virginia. I mean, I would ask different people. I found out different things. And so that kind of put me on that path of feeling like that I can really do this. Yeah. So it was a good thing because I really had an opportunity to come out by the land, and the Guadalupe is right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
literally you can walk to the Guadalupe. Yeah, you can walk to the Guadalupe. But when the Guadalupe got water, we
Get over here.
So, but it's a nice part of the Guadalupe River, and we have public access. Our across the street
Yeah.
have access. I can walk to access to private for me, but there's public access for anybody that comes here. But it's a great spot.
It really is.
Yeah,
It's a great spot.
The drive up was beautiful. So you
Right.
you get a full experience on the way to Kai Simone
Yes.
Winery. And we were like, oh, I recorded everything. And then, yes, it's full view of the Guadalupe. I didn't even know what river it was. So I appreciate it.
It's nice.
And you get the full vibe. You know where you're coming, and it's going to be warm and inviting right when you walk in. The grounds are inviting. But with that, you know, did you already know about grapes? You know, wine is different. Growing. We saw the vineyard out there.
Yeah.
A challenge, or what challenges did you face?
I would say I had a lot of challenges, but at the same time, being a professional myself, I knew I had to bite the bullet and hire a consultant.
Okay.
So initially, I was talking to some people that I had met that's in the wine business that was more than willing, like, come back, we can meet or get online and talk about having questions. But that's a little harder when people are just giving their time. You know, they're not always going to be immediately available, and they're doing you a favor, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So right away, I just said, you know what? I said to my husband, it's going to be to my benefit to hire a wine consultant. So in 2017, I hired a gentleman. He was out of Virginia, and I was the 75th winery he had helped build. Established, not so much build, but established. So, but the good thing about him is that he's helped wineries from the ground up, or through the renovation process up, or taking over another winery. So in my case, we were going from the ground up. So when I met him, I had just bought the property. I had already started the plans. So I hired him in September, and I had started doing the plans like July, August. So it was early enough on that he could really help me out and make sure that my cellar was right and different things like that. So I feel like, yes, there were some challenges, but I don't feel like I wasted a lot of money, because I could have, because he was very clear to me, like on some of the things that I wanted to do that was kind of dainty and cute wasn't practical for like a cellar.
Yeah.
You know, like I wanted to put some nice tile. And, no, that's gonna get like moldy, and it's gonna be wet all the time there. You don't want to do that. And so I was like, oh, okay. Broom finish. That's gonna save you a lot of money. So it was really good. So I felt like that was one of the things that I did starting off. I mean, it's paying it forward, but it was important so that I didn't have a lot of missteps, because I didn't have a lot of experience. And then being in the wine industry, like there was not a lot of people I could reach out to, because even the people I wanted to reach out to that was willing to help me, no one packaged himself like this guy. This guy was like, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
I mean, in detail. Like, yeah, we're gonna meet every week for 2 to 3 hours, and during this time we're gonna do this. And
That was hands-on, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was perfect. It was a really good opportunity, and I mean, it wasn't free, but it was necessary. It was necessary. So I learned a lot through that process, and I had him until from 2017 to 2019, like October, November 19.
Mhm.
And then in April 2020, I hired someone from Texas. So that guy is now my consultant.
He knows more of the land.
Yeah, he knows this. Well, he used to be a assistant winemaker for a really big winery here, and he was a head brewer for Freetail. But now he's in corporate, and he's gotten out of the wine business, but he still is my consultant.
Oh, I like that.
So I still, he stays on the book. So he makes sure, like, that's part of the credentials, knowing that I have someone that's got a degree in winemaking, that worked in winemaking. And so he's been invaluable to me.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, the menu here is phenomenal. You all got to stop by here, and I'm just experiencing for yourself. With that being said, Miss Sheila, how important is representation to you in the wine industry?
I feel very I feel obligated to give back. So, like, I'll give you an example. The representation to me is very important. Even the ladies that work here or whoever works here, I don't know if they told you, but we just did a winemaking workshop. So they started a Pinot Noir. When did we do it? A month ago.
Oh, I missed it.
That's within those 2 barrels up
Okay.
there, and then they got another. They got a 5-gallon like barrel back there, and so I talked to them. I mean, I'm teaching them from day one until we get to bottle, and then I put a video together for them because, one, I want them, if it's something that they desire or they feel like they might want to get in the business, they got some experience and they got some knowledge. And then they know that they can always come back and ask me. And if I don't know, I can always go and ask my consultant or get the answer for them. But I think the representation is important because right now, less than, I think, 0.01% of wineries and winemakers in the United States are African American. And representation matters. Because when people see me or they see someone else, then they get
because I would have never even thought.
they get the interest, like, oh, this is something that I might want to do. I don't want to, I want to expand and do something, and create my own, or I want to, get in this business. I can do that kind of thing. So when I got into business in 19, I think it was about 4 or 5 wineries that I knew about in Texas, and now it's probably about 8 or 10.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm sure they were already on that path and stuff like that, but it's important because I think that there's people who probably thought about getting in the business, but was deterred because they didn't see anybody that was like that.
Yeah. Especially in the area, what was that like? Because, Texas and the areas that we live, especially San Antonio, is about 82% of Hispanic base. Then it goes to, Caucasian. When it gets to African American businesses, how difficult was that? Or did you feel that that was something that was against you, being a Black owner and coming into this business?
Well, honestly, and it wasn't that I was in denial. I just didn't focus on it.
Yeah.
I was, this is something I want to do. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to offer a quality product. I got a great personality. I get along with people. I want people to come because they want to have a good experience, not because I'm Black, but because it's a good product. And we offer a good service. And I think it's important, and I try not to focus so much. Not that it's not there. I realize that there are situations that even I have to deal with being out here, but that's your issue.
Exactly.
And I'll say what I always say. If you want to come and support me, we would love to have you. We're going to treat you like family. We're going to give you the 5-star customer service for sure. But if you don't want to come and support me because
you think yes.
No. Yeah.
That's on you. It's nothing I can do about that. I can't do anything to change that. And that's your choice, But everyone is welcome, and we ask that everybody come. They want to come and enjoy, have a good time. And but I really feel obligated to say to people, like, yes, we are Black owned, and if you want to do something like this or even something similar, you can do it.
Yeah, there's opportunity.
Yeah, you can do it.
Out there.
Because I would have definitely never thought of it. I grew up in California. I've gone through Temecula, I've gone through Napa, and there's no representation. I've literally never seen. So when we
Now there is some Black owned wine.
Oh yeah, yes, there is. There's one
There's
actually.
Brown.
Yes, I was gonna say.
No. There's Brown. There's Theopolis.
Oh, okay.
There's several. I have to pull them up. I forget the guys. There's quite.
Yeah,
I'm not
only
gonna say
to
quite
one.
a few.
But I've been to one. But
there's
yes,
yeah.
So yeah, growing up, I really didn't see it, and especially coming to Texas, San Antonio in particular. We know the areas. It's Houston, it's Dallas. Come to San Antonio, and you have such a thriving business, award-winning. The grounds are absolutely amazing. Like I said, the drive up even was spectacular views. Your workshops that you have built and everything like that, your representation. You're bringing in your daughters as a part of ownership, things like that. What does the legacy piece mean to you, knowing what you're building?
It means a lot, because I always want my kids to know that I'm thinking about them, and that I want to set a good example for them, and I want them to look home first. Like, if you want to do something, there's within your family, there's a tree, and you could probably learn about life from that tree.
Exactly.
I really believe that. And so this was a piece in my family. I think in the Black families, a lot of us, we've kind of gone through that education process, and then maybe we've been the first to go through education. Then now our cousins, our nieces and nephews now are doing it. So now we have to dream bigger.
Yes.
And so, I think now from that tree, my part was, having a thriving and a award-winning business.
For sure.
And it means a lot, because, like I said, we all can. I always tell people, look at your own family tree for examples. And your parents, they may even seem like they're out of touch to you, but they have a lot to offer to other people in your family, and you should, consider that first, because it's someone over here can't tell you any more than you could probably learn from that family tree.
I love that. For sure. Definitely look within your family to see what talents you have.
Yeah.
All of us, you were brought together for a reason already. And if you actually use your talents in your family, it builds your family legacy. But we are getting away from it, like you said. I feel like there's a big shift and divide that's coming between our families. So I love that you're bringing that back and making sure that you are developing yours.
Yeah, because I think, like, we think back in the 60s and 70s, where Black families had to kind of lean on each other for support. We see more of that community effort. But nowadays, I think over probably the last about 30 years, I mean, not that Black people didn't struggle, they definitely had obstacles to overcome, and they were our own to bear and to overcome. But at the same time, overcoming those obstacles and being professionals in our field and things like that, and moving off. Sometimes those community bonds have been broken. And so I think trying to reestablish those community bonds as a way to keep the family network strong is important.
Especially building places like this where it is a space for gathering. You forget that is the cornerstone of what brought our communities together.
Right.
And so I love that you created that, and you really feel it when you walk in here. So I really appreciate you.
Yeah, and I have a great staff. So
no, seriously, I felt like it. Yeah, it felt like when we came in, everyone was, greeting us.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good, and they're genuinely people oriented. So. And I think that's what we try to strive for. So it's hard to train someone that don't really want to interact with people. You know what I mean? Those people that don't mind interacting with people, and they get they can get something from it as well. It's a good thing. It's a reciprocal relationship.
So you are a mom. You have this award-winning business. How do you stay grounded as a founder of your business? How do you stay grounded?
Well, I'm a mom, but I'm an empty nester. So both of my kids. So it was staying grounded. This business is actually helping me stay grounded because I tell my husband I stay out of my daughter's business.
Right.
So I'm like, if I had some more time on my hand, I would probably be like, "Who you dating?"
Yeah.
You know, and I don't bother them as much, and I can like focus on more relationship building kind of conversations. I'm there for them for whatever they need, but staying grounded for me is to really being able to get out, establish something for me and my husband. Like as we get older, that we can. You know, come out, still do some things, have fun, interact with people. Although my husband don't really care about that.
You're like, no, yeah. I think it's time to get away from people. Yeah.
That's not my thing. But you know, I stay grounded because I think too, there's a lot to learn, a lot to know. And even though yes, we are award winning, and I've learned a lot, I realize there's a lot more I still need to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that because I mean, you know, it keeps me young. You know, I have to learn a little bit more. Oh, now I need to learn a little bit more about this, or I need to do this. And so that kind of keeps me grounded. And the other thing I think that keeps me grounded is I don't want the business to be a ball and chain around my neck.
Yeah.
So I want it to be something that I enjoy and I'm not stressed out about. And I tend to kind of distance myself around people that's so stressed out about the business part of it. Because I work hard, I play hard.
Yeah.
You know, I got a couple things lined up. I'm going on a jazz cruise. I'm going
Okay.
my husband does staycations and different things like that. So, you know, being grounded for me too is also about how I've structured my business. So I'm only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 11:30 to 5. And everything else is private.
Okay.
So I think in the week I still got time. I can do the things that I want to do. If I want to come out here and do some gardening, I can do that. Or if I need to pay someone to come out here and do some stuff that might be a little bit too much, or I just don't feel like doing, I can do that. But I stay grounded by, you know, making sure that I keep things at a place where I can effectively manage them. I can say, yes, I can do it, or no, I need to know, like, no, that's not my lane. I'm not going to be out there all day in 90-degree weather trying to put mulch down. Yeah, like I had some people put mulch down a couple days. Like I might do one little bed. Okay,
show you what it might look like.
I know. I'll do a couple rakes to show you what it looks like. Right? I stay grounded that way because I think when I look at people that open businesses, and I didn't go to school for business. I was a behavioral health.
Wow, big change.
Okay, right.
But what I came into business with, whether it was right or wrong, or whether it's still right or wrong, I decided I needed to be happy. And if I'm chasing the dollar, I'm going to compromise quality. So I'm going to build a professional business. I'm going to focus on customer service and on quality of the wine and good experiences. And I'm going to stay there. You know, that's where I'm going to stay. That's going to be a good place to stay.
Now, was it difficult for you to start to delegate? I know you're military. What branch were you in? Because that'll give me more information. Army. And over 20 years, was it difficult for you to learn delegation, or was that a part of
you? I learned to delegate in the military.
She said, "No, I knew how to yell at them."
Yeah, they say I don't yell at them, but it's I delegate, but usually I'm very clear and organized and policy driven.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, if you're a server, this is your expectations. When you come in, we start open at 11:30. Everybody's got 15, 20 minutes before the first customer comes through the door. So they have, their roles are well defined. There's specific tasks that needs to happen before we open and when we close. And, you know, my goal is that they work together. And they tend to do that, and so you
definitely saw it.
Yeah, we saw
it was a well-oiled machine.
We do a lot of training. They know that they can ask me specific questions when I go out and do private stuff. Sometimes I'll keep them with me. Sometimes I can't go, and I'll be like, hey, I'm buying tickets to go to like this fundraiser. I can't go, but I'm gonna give it to you guys. Wear your T-shirts, go in, represent the winery, and have a good time.
Yeah, perfect. Yes. So you just kind of ran into each other. You being able to do that, and your behavioral health background, I think, helps. Your people person skills. It shows as soon as you came in. You really didn't know who was in what role. Everyone graded you the same. Everyone came in and they were just moving. And I was like, okay, well. So you definitely have that down packed. It runs well. Like I said, everything was beautiful. Even from when we drove up, groundskeeper, he spoke to us. And he
That's my husband.
So hold on. He gave us the whole rundown. You can sit over there. We'll do this. I mean, from the beginning. So the experience at Kai Simone, as soon as you drive up, you know that this is a place for family and community. So like I said, definitely stop by. Everyone we met was overly, happy to be here and happy to assist us. So it was a great experience. They didn't know who we were. They didn't know who we were or anything. It was just strictly like, yeah.
People oriented and they love, some of them, they love it when it's like, come here and chatty. And I'm like,
yeah.
Come on now.
No, I loved it. Everyone.
They'll just talk. Look, I'm guilty too.
And that's what it takes, though, to run, a well-oiled machine, a business that is community-driven. And, everyone that walked in, they were happy to, hey, what's the menu? Everyone knew everything. They could suggest wines because there were some wines you never had.
Yeah, like I never had, but they recommended some for me. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and I'll try those. So, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone
all
was
amazing recommendations, by the way.
And honestly, nothing I didn't like, especially this. I want to talk about whose creation.
Yes.
Cayenne. Okay, can you explain this when I'm drinking? Because no one will understand.
Okay, so we actually, believe it or not, I gotta give the recommendation to do mimosas and like alternative drinks was really on my staff.
Wow. Okay.
Because most of my wines are semi-dry to dry, but a lot of people like sweet wines, and I'm like, I don't need no sweet wine. That's not good for them. That kind of thing. And we're like, well, it's good.
Yeah.
So we've had different wines where we've had semi-dry, but it's semi-dry, but it's on the sweeter side. Yeah. We got semi-dry that's on the drier side. Other than that, we just got dry.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna come up with some. So I've had people come in and it's like, can you make me a drink? And I've made drinks. So
I would have never guessed.
I did that for the fall, and so we decided initially we just ran with the mimosas, and then we have our pink sky, which is sparkling.
That's my favorite.
We're not straight. And so we decided, okay, I'm gonna make this into like a blush berry drink. So we're gonna make it sweeter. So if you're a semi-dry girl, you'll like it the way it is. But if you want it sweeter, like we can help you out with that. So we'll use like cocktail syrups, like simple syrups. And that one we also use organic lemon and strawberry, organic lemon and strawberry lemonade or something. Yeah. And then we do a strawberry. So that one's really easy. This one right here took me a minute because we actually was really creating this as a mocktail.
Oh, okay.
But then it was so good. Then I was okay. Like, and I was gonna take it off because it was just for the ball.
Yeah.
So like,
this is great.
And everybody, drink. So this one is actually, if you get a mocktail, the base of it is a sparkling, I think, apple juice, and then it has like a cocktail basil syrup, and then it has let me take
Miss Sheila.
Rachel's our neighbor, so she lives in that blue house. So she just comes over, and I know you guys gonna cut that part out. You guys fine. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what's in it. You gave me 3, Rachel.
It was.
There it is.
Okay, so I think of the mocktail. I initially created to make it like to make it a mocktail. So let me tell you what the initial mocktail was. So they do all the making. So it was a sparkling cider. Oh, that was a pure Asian beer. All right, here we go. So it was a sparkling cider, like So many pours of that, and then we also put like sparkling water. So we didn't want it to be too sweet.
Yeah,
Sparkling cider. And then we put a spicy cranberry.
That is.
It's a spicy cranberry cocktail mixer in there with no alcohol. And then we use a basil martini cocktail mixer. And then we add cayenne pepper.
When I tell you guys,
Yeah.
I'm so much excited. I was like, I don't know. I'm like, you know what? Let me try it. When I tell you guys this is the best.
Come here, order that.
Yes.
That.
Someone had it yesterday, and every time they're like, "You should bottle that. You should bottle this."
Seriously.
Oh my God, please.
It was the most shocking flavors ever, but it goes so well together. I am the biggest fan of this.
And it pairs really well with like the pepperoni pizza. I mean, it's nice.
No, the charcuterie board. What was the cheese that you told us? The sage.
Oh, it was the Derby sage. Like it's the Derby sage artisan
I literally
cheese.
went.
Yeah. And then you guys had a manchego, which is a kind of a popular cheese. And then what else did I put? I think it was a blueberry cheese, and it was and then it was smoked Gouda.
It was
You try to put in like on
it
your
really pairs
charcuterie,
well.
you get like 7 different meats, 7 different cheeses. You get like 4 spreads. Yeah, it's a lot.
Everything
on the charcuterie board. Absolutely, you just have to come down here and try it. And I've never had a charcuterie board in my life, by the way.
Yeah, this is my first adult lunchable. That's
I'm Gen
Z. So we used to have lunchables.
Yes.
Now it's just
the adult. My favorite.
Gen Zs are good at it.
It is absolutely amazing. Everything paired well with every wine that we had. We had 4 wine flights and 2 mimosas each. Nothing was amiss. Everything tasted well. We're going to be trying the pizza next because we're going to have a couple more flights. We want to try the rest of the wines, but they were absolutely amazing. Now, with this, you're pouring into this business. You pour into your children. How do you pour into yourself after all of that?
Right.
That keeps you, coming back every day.
Well, I try to, one, as I get older, take care of myself. I mean, I'm not as young as people think I am. I'm almost 7 this year. Just taking care of myself, making sure that I'm eating right. And some of that is just a requirement because I feel better.
Yeah.
If I take things that's got good nutrients in it, like whatever I'm drinking, whatever I'm eating, it's not excessive. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do a lot of sugars. I'm not going to do a lot of glutens and pastas. I'm going to try to
one of our fried foods that we love.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I know. I'm trying my best to try to have a good, a healthy, balanced meal routinely. That's kind of that's the norm as opposed to the exception.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, "Oh, do you drink a lot of wine?" They'll say, "I don't drink a lot of wine. I might taste the wine or whatever."
Make sure everything's
Or they may taste it, and I don't have to taste it. But their own palates are really good now to the wine. They know what the shit tastes like. But they have one to be like, "Sheila, can you tell me this? Seems like it's a little off to me, but I had something else earlier." And vice versa. I will ask them, "Hey, I had something. Hey, Trina, try this because my palate might be."
That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah.
Like, hold on, wait. Wait, it doesn't taste the same.
But I try to stay grounded by just being taking care of myself, being a good person, being spiritual in terms of, just knowing that, there's something higher than myself and that I have to take time out to give back, and I do a lot of giving back. And I feel like as I pour into other people, then I'm blessed more.
We poured into you, yes.
Yes, indeed. So with that being said, and you have embarked on a long journey with your business, what's one gem that you can leave for an entrepreneur that may be watching right now?
One gem?
One gem.
One, do not give up on your dream.
Yes.
All right.
That if you can dream it, you can believe it. And sometimes I always say, because you haven't started whatever your business is, it's just a dream delayed. Look at it like that. So for me, it was like I do what I have to do until I can do what I want to do. And then I got to the point where I was able to invest well, save money, and I was at a point where I could start my own business. You know, I still had to be very cautious about how I spent.
Yes, that part.
Yeah.
So I would say just remember that you can build up to where you want to be. You don't have to do everything in a day. In fact, I'll give you a great example. 2 years, I bought my tanks. I bought a lot of promotional and marketing things. I bought my glasses, and I had them in my third car garage, just stacked up. I bought pods out here to put in my huge tanks.
Yeah.
Before the building was built. I mean, you gotta do, you know,
You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah.
So don't be discouraged, and surround yourself with people that believe in you, not to take shots at you like sucker punches. You genuinely feel that someone
wants to see you win.
believes in you and they want to see you win.
Yeah.
And to me, that would be one of the biggest things. Stay away from people who are the naysayers. Sometimes people are that way and they don't really realize it. It's just kind of their aura.
Because of what they believe they can do.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to go like that. You also have to know when you're going to tell people what you're going to tell people. Like, I was maybe halfway building this building before I even told my family.
Yeah. Because you don't want all of their
because
opinions
sometimes
into
it's a negativity that they don't realize that can impact on, you know, your mentality. And so you don't need that energy, you know. You don't need that energy. So don't continue to dream. You know, it's a delayed, it's your dream delayed. Yes, it's a dream delayed right now. But you can always, a dream don't have to happen today, tomorrow. Remember they said, you know, in time. Our time is not always, you know, God's time. So
yes. Now, Sheila, we ask all of our guests this final question.
Okay.
If you could title your memoir of your journey thus far, what would the title be and why?
Let's see. Okay. I would say something to the effect of this legacy is for my family.
Legacy is for my family.
This legacy is for my family. And I believe doing what I'm doing has made my girls better at who they are in life. And I think they see things different. And I think they approach things different. So I would say that because the biggest impact that I want to have is on them.
It's not about everybody else.
Right.
It's about your family.
Everybody else is great, and I'm always willing to mentor and teach and help out or whatever. But my biggest fan base is my daughters.
Yes, Kai Simone.
They're going to be always sitting in the front.
Yeah, front center. I absolutely love that, and thank you so much for sharing that and your journey, and of course this beautiful winery. We want to just give a moment for you to let our audience know how to reach you, how to book, especially the events, things like that you have coming up. So if you could just give us a little outro of how to reach you, what we have coming up.
Okay, today we're going to have live music by my orthodontist.
Really? That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna stay tuned for that.
He's great. He plays a lot of blues, country.
That's amazing. Okay, we're gonna show you guys some of that.
Like R&B and stuff like that. But he's been playing for many, many years. But he's been playing out here probably for about the last, since I opened, really. He was always, I really can't play. You know, ask my wife.
Yeah.
In all actuality, what's coming up, you can always go to our website, go to upcoming events. When you land on our webpage, just scroll up and then it's going to be some tabs. Those are the most popular tabs, and one of them is upcoming events. Or it would be like purchase tickets. It's going to show you everything that's going on. And then this year I started putting everything on Eventbrite. So you go to Eventbrite for Kai Simone Winery, and I think we got like 22 events planned. We have classes, we have live music. All the live music that happens on Saturdays in the spring and fall are free. So you can come between 2:30 and 5 o'clock, and you just come in and enjoy wine flight or glasses of wine or a bottle, some pizza, and just enjoy it. We also have on there like our music under the stars. We have our classes that you can come to. We have a cookie gourmet decorating class coming up on Mother's Day.
Yes, I'm a
And you can see a lot of this stuff on Instagram too. So you'll see like things that I posted like 2 weeks ago. I did a wine bottle stained glass class, which was nice. And then we're doing a partner with this other company, this other small business, and they're going to be showing you how to make soap in the fall.
Okay.
That's our new one this year. And we have a wine club. So we have, let me grab this. So you can come in, you can grab it.
We got to introduce her to John. See if we can get her added to the ad.
John and
so we have our wine club. You see that? Oh, it's probably backwards, but anyway, it's our wine club, and we have about 5 wine clubs. This one is our 2-bottle wine club. So even if you're out of state, this is the club for you. So you get free shipping. You get 15% off 2 bottles. You can select whatever you want. You only have to get wine 3 times a year, and you only have to pay 3 times a year. At the time that you get a district, but you get the benefits all year round.
Wow,
so that's this one. And then on there, if you're local, we have other wine clubs you can take advantage of. Come out whenever we do a distribution. We bring in a chef. The chef prepares all the food, and only the wine club plus 1 guest will come.
okay.
So that's really nice. And then we have another flyer. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just show it a little bit. There you go. That we're award-winning winery, and it basically just tells you that we do wine tasting, wine by the glass, wine by the bottle, we do pizza, charcuterie trays, and light bites. Everything that you ladies have experienced. Beautiful scenery, covered and shaded patio.
Yeah.
And there's no sun out, but that patio gets 100% shade, as does the other screened-in building over there. We have indoor and outdoor space, and we have live music, which is complimentary during the time that we're open. And then we have our Music Under Stars series, which is you could buy tickets to come to.
Yes.
Tickets.
And all great things that we will be showcasing, of course, every time there is an event. We want to make sure that we support Kai Simone Winery. This is an absolutely beautiful place. Like I said, the grounds are beautiful. You see the vineyard, you see gazebos, you see all the class spaces. There's spaces for events and things like that. So we definitely want to continue to showcase that and support you. So we truly
And I'm
appreciate
going to let you guys see a couple of things. Well, one thing I forgot to say was this year we're also doing afternoon tea and wine.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's our thing. That's our thing.
Did y'all see the video I posted that we had?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's what we were at.
The afternoon. Hi, Dr. Mecca. That's my the afternoon tea and wine, we actually use private. You either come to one with the winery hosted, or you book your own. You have to have a report. It's by appointment. So available for groups if you want private. We have private wine tasting and tours, private afternoon tea and wine with fine china. You can see it on Instagram. It's beautiful. We have another one private tomorrow. And then we have private art classes, and then you can rent event space.
Okay, yes. So we will definitely be showcasing that. And in hopes that Sister Soul Sessions, Sister Soul Sessions will have an event here. We are doing multiple events this year. So we'll continue to promote Kai Simone Winery. We just want to thank you so much for your time. I want to give you your flowers, Sheila.
Well, thank you
for building this absolutely beautiful establishment business.
Taking here, but we really love it. We really
Well,
do.
thank you.
And I am a wine connoisseur, so I will
Yes.
definitely
Awesome.
So we thank you for your time so very much. And if you want to do our outro, sis.
And everybody, as always, thank you so much for watching Soul Sessions Live. Please be sure you support our guest, Miss Sheila, at the Kai Simone Winery Instagram, as well as do you have Facebook?
I have Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and then I have a webpage.
Yes.
Be sure you support them all. Come take a trip, book an event, or just come through, like she said, on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Come in, have a glass of wine, come in with your friends. And as always, we thank you so much for your continued support. We hope everybody enjoyed their Saturday.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Perfect. I'm going to end this.
All right, how was that?
Perfect.
That was perfect, Miss Sheila. Thank you.
Y'all want to get any pictures?
Yes, we're going to get a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get a lot of photos.